Hi everyone, I'm Urmila Chanam, the founder and CEO of Breaking the Silence Worldwide Foundation. And because you've followed us for so many years and supported our work, I thought why not I make a video to chat with you as the year is coming to a close. I would like to have a feedback from you about our page, if you're getting enough information about the kind of work we are doing, if some kind of status post or thought inspired you, if you have any ideas about how we can collaborate with you or the community you live in, or if you feel that we should approach a particular organization which can support us to further our cause, please write a message on Messenger on our Facebook page, Breaking the Silence Worldwide Foundation, so that we can do a follow up on this. The year has been really tough. In fact, 2020 was also a marker of hardships for our organization because Breaking the Silence is a completely field initiative. We do have the second leg as a social media campaign, which carries a post about all our other activities, but it is not a social media initiative, it is the field initiative. And Breaking the Silence also does a very difficult job of reaching the most isolated communities, the most rural based villages. The entire effort goes in traveling, arranging traveling, living in villages, and being city based from Bangalore. It's a long travel. So that is the kind of work that we do. We also work in Africa and different countries in Asia. We were supposed to be working in Myanmar. And we were supposed to work in Bangladesh and Nepal, but because of COVID, there has been a lot of change in the kind of work that we are able to do and that we can plan to do. And now with the latest variant of COVID, the international lot of constraints on travel has been imposed. So I don't see that even 2022 we can travel. So what could we do during this time when travel is not possible? And it was very easy if we worked in Delhi or Bangalore, because all of us are based in cities. We could just do some programs here because the government does allow small programs, but we cannot change the nature of our initiative and the goals and objectives that we had. So we decided to wait for the time that we can travel, to wait for a time when people can assemble together for our programs, and during this time do something which can be done on social media online. And that is when we raised funds, and yes, all our friends and followers, many of them contributed, and we could buy protective gear. We bought the best medical grade N95 mask. We bought disinfectants. We bought what did we buy? We bought Dettol, we bought soaps, we bought tissues, and we gave these to people who cannot afford or who are in the front line and the most vulnerable. So we included the frontline workers, the sisters and nuns of faith-based society in Bangalore. We gave it to them and they were so happy. So we want to thank our donors for giving them that joy and protecting them during the pandemic. Your humanity has really impacted people in Bangalore. We then reached out to women who work in the market in Imphal, because the economy is driven by women in Manipur, and these women who are working in the market selling different kind of merchandise, vegetables, fruits, these are women who actually run their household and finance the education of the children. So we thought that they are really important, and our funders who are friends on Facebook supported again, and we reached out to 300 women in Manipur. That was the year 2020. And in 2021, we reached a larger set of people, about 700 people in Manipur, ASHA workers who are frontline workers within the government in Kaching district. And we reached out to many youth clubs and their frontline workers who are fighting COVID and helping their community and linking them to treatment, care, and support during COVID. All this was possible because Breaking the Silence has got friends and followers on our page. And since the last 8 years, they have been supporting us, watching our programs, and put their trust and their money on our initiatives. So thank you so much. People may think that, gossipers, people who want to backbite, people who want to pull you down, people who are just waiting for an excuse to jump on you, they talk all sort of mean things when they don't even have any knowledge about what you're doing. So it came to my notice that there were few people who were saying that why can't this money be taken from government or from large organizations and millionaires, so that Urmila doesn't have to ask the layperson on social media. And my answer to them is millionaires and government departments, they don't respond when you reach out to them for help. They have got their own agenda, and there are so many tiers of people in between them and us. To reach them is a big challenge, and funders don't respond to funding at such short notice. To get funding for a project, you have to write a project proposal, which takes few months. Then you have to apply, which takes few months or few years. And then there is a selection procedure and interviews. So you can see between 1 year to 3 years, you can expect that time period for you to get funding from an agency. So when COVID came all of a sudden, and when the requirements are pressing, you cannot wait for those kind of agencies for work to be done. The advantage and the strength of Breaking the Silence campaign, which has been running since 2014 on social media, Twitter and Instagram, is that it is connected to many people, real people, people who have watched us from day one and who believe in us. Many people have met me or participated in our programs in real life. So they trust us and they donated the money. And the 100% of that money has been given to the people in the forms of COVID relief material. So I thank all my friends for that. I thank my co-founder, Mr. Umesh, who is a real estate professional based in Delhi and hails from Uttar Pradesh. I thank you, Umesh, for being the strength of Breaking the Silence. You are very busy and this is not your sector, you often tell me, but your support, your friendship, your advice, and your being there, and sometimes coming in and chipping in the resources and helping. And you never ask, this kind of relief is going for which state, for which people. And that is your big heartedness. I really want to thank you for being there. I want to thank the entire Breaking the Silence worldwide foundation team, especially Bina Pani, who heads the communication. So all our communication, our website, whatever you see, is hosted and moderated and created by Binapani Ningombam, who is from Manipur basically, but works in Delhi. So thank you so much for that. This year, we also organized many online competitions. We organized MHM National Quiz, and in which we tested people's knowledge about menstruation and menstrual hygiene management. We then organized the National Khud Karo competition on solid waste management, in particularly household waste management, to encourage people to be involved in how you dispose and manage your waste at home. Because in India and in different developing countries, there is very little ownership and accountability in this area. And it is a big global crisis in terms of environment and urban and rural development. So we thought we'll do something on that. So I want to thank Godwin Bosco from Kerala for giving us audiovisual support for this particular competition, and also for participating. Thank you, Godwin. You are our strength. We then launched a competition in 2021, and this was an art based competition where, using art, we wanted to push the imagination of how women's body, the sexual reproductive health, and her identity is explored by art. And it was very exciting, and it came as a fresh a breeze for me, doing something out of the box and using art. And I saw great artists even from outside of India, from Philippines. So Rani, we want to thank you from Philippines for joining us, and we want to thank Paulina for facilitating that participation from Philippines, and we want to thank everyone who participated. Even though we were not on ground doing our trainings, we used social media, we used our connection, we used technology to keep the fire of menstruation and menstrual hygiene management burning. And we tried our best to sustain this movement and this interest and this issue even in this difficult times. And even going forward, whether we have funding, we have no funding, the mission will go on. I request you to keep on supporting us, keep on watching our posts, sharing them, reflecting on them, and checking your own belief system, checking the own household practices, and changing things for the good based on the kind of awareness that Breaking the Silence Worldwide Foundation is creating. This year, we have started a new initiative to ensure livelihood, income, and empowerment of women who are homebound but who are talented, who are very skilled but cannot go outside their homes to pursue a career. And we call this initiative Women of India. It is knitting, a knitwear, a hand knitwear business where we are selling the most beautiful, warm, high quality design, high quality wool knitwear, both for men and women. And these are knitted by women, marginalized women, or women from a lower economic level, or women who are homebound. And when you buy these sweaters and these pullovers, you not only are wearing a very unique handmade product, because now only machine made sweaters are available. Nowhere in India are handmade sweaters available, and these are really beautiful. And I myself lead the design. I myself also contribute in knitting, and I have so far 8 knitters with me, who may not all of them are industry ready, but and I'm sorry for losing the connection. I got a call, and it may even come again. So, about talking about the sweaters, these sweaters are real labor of love, because it takes 1 to 2 months just to make one sweater. Uh, it really takes long because it is handmade. You have to knit line by line, and there are designs, and there is wool to be purchased, so it's not easy. So if you want to support Breaking the Silence and the women who are associated with this program, please buy our sweaters and wear them with pride, and start your advocacy and start your activism when you wear our sweaters. So thank you so much for watching our Facebook Live today. I hope that you will stay connected, and I hope you will keep the fire of menstrual hygiene management burning within you.